fact, if the baptismal candidate's body does not go entirely underneath the water, then the baptism will not be complete. The vows now will also be invalid, so the person no longer is marked by the name or the number of the wild beast. So in order for all of this to be completed and accepted, then the candidate has to be fully immersed underneath the water. So now I'd like to give you a demonstration, and you decide what the last part of a person's body to go under the water is. So I'd like you to imagine that here I am in a baptismal pool, and the water is, let's say, up to here, and that I'm about to be fully immersed. So please watch carefully. I'll demonstrate it for you, and decide, what is it that goes under last? Is it the forehead, or is it the hand? So here we go. I'll demonstrate it. What was it? Forehead or hand? Whatever it was, the baptism is now complete. So do you understand now why it's random? It could either be the forehead that's last to go under, or the hand that's last to go under the water, and fully completing the Jehovah's Witness baptism. And the mark is now received in the hand or the forehead. So maybe my demonstration in my own office isn't very good, because I'm really not in a baptismal pool. And so I recommend to you that you watch very carefully at the next circuit assembly or district convention which part of the body goes under last. Is it the forehead or the hand? And in fact, if you're now on YouTube or Google Video, then you could put in the search criteria right now and look for Jehovah's Witness baptisms and watch them right now, right after you finish watching this video. So if you are a Jehovah's Witness who's just watched this video, then you really do need to be concerned. However, if you understand the Bible, then you also understand that Jehovah always makes a way out. He always gives us a way to redeem ourselves. And so I strongly recommend that you read my book, and where possible I'll post a link to it, because in the book I explain the situation that God's holy city is in right now, and I talk about the many transgressions that Jehovah's Witnesses have made, and most Jehovah's Witnesses don't realize that there's any significant transgressions. Why don't they realize it? Because there's something acting as a restraint, restraining you from seeing how amazingly successful Satan has been undermining God's true kingdom. Please read the book so that you can understand how spectacular his deception has really been. If you do read the entire book, then you should also discover that it is possible to get rid of the mark of the wild beast. I explain it in the book. You will receive a great deal of comfort after you read it. And I can truly sympathize with the situation you are in. And so this video is being made for you. Why am I making it for you? Because I'm concerned. I care. I don't want to see anyone come to harm because they were deceived by Satan. Where possible, I want righteous people to have an opportunity to see the truth, to have an opportunity to realize, first of all, that they have the mark of the wild beast, and an opportunity to understand how to get rid of it and continue being one of God's loyal subjects. It would take me too long to make enough videos to explain everything that I've written in my book. once you've finished reading my book, you'll understand what is acting as a restraint and how that restraint gets to be out of the way. Once that's accomplished, you'll then be able to see the man of lawlessness. You'll understand how he enters into the temple of the God and publicly shows himself to be a God, lifting himself up above the station of a God. You'll also see the disgusting thing which stands in a holy place and understand that now is the proper time to withdraw from the holy city, the time to flee. My book also explains who the 10 kings are. It explains why they do not yet have a kingdom, and it also explains how they give their power away to the wild beast and yet still continue ruling with the wild beast. And also my book explains how to get rid of the mark of the wild beast. And so after reading it, you should receive a great deal of comfort. What the book essentially accomplishes is it measures the temple sanctuary of God and those who are worshipping in it. It fulfills the scripture in Revelation chapter 11 and verse 1. As I said before, I also wrote the book to measure the temple sanctuary of God, the altar, and those worshipping in it. And so what the book essentially does is measure the value of worship happening inside of God's true kingdom at the conclusion of the system of things, which will occur very shortly. And another reason I wrote the book is so that the word of this witnessing might conquer Satan, because after all, now that his spectacular deception has been exposed, then he's been conquered. Wouldn't you like to conquer him also? And I hope you understand that it's not with a lot of joy that I've written the book or made these videos, because I consider those chosen anointed ones inside the true kingdom who have been deceived by Satan, I consider them to be my true spiritual brothers. And so it's with dismay and grief that I have to tell them these things. I have to tell them that they've been deceived. And so it makes me sad. And the witness that I'm giving is not a joyful one. And if you think about it, the witness that I'm giving is as a person dressed in sackcloth, a person in mourning. Please read the book. You will then understand how to properly obey the King of the entire universe, Jesus Christ. And if you do that, then you will have no reason for shame when the conclusion of this system of things arrives. If you don't read the book, you might remain as one of those who's been deceived by Satan, and I hope you do not find yourself in that position. After all, do misled people know they've been misled? No, they don't. They need someone else to help them with just a little help to see through Satan's truly spectacular deception. He really is a crafty and cunning creature. Please read the book.